I think one of the benefits that we've had is time, in terms of years and practice and building the language in the community, because that is such a powerful piece that we're fortunate to be able to have, with the habits of mind. So for me, that might look like the before school or during school or after school interaction with the parents. My child is struggling with this, and it could be, well, how are we going to get them to be more persistent? Or if they're having a tough time with routine, okay, well, thinking flexibly, let's put a plan in place to support them with that. For recess, it might be about thinking interdependently. So there are organic times when managing impulsivity, thinking interdependently, thinking flexibly, all come up in the nature of play and conflict resolution. So for me, there's a lot of organic opportunities that arise, just in the natural states of recess and lunch and some like less structured times, that are perfect learning opportunities to really connect real life skills and the habits together, as opportunities for growth.
Lovely. Nick, do you have another example?
Yeah, I think, my example of kind of helping the language live it comes with that fluency and that automaticity where it happens intentionally and it happens, spontaneously. So one area I find myself using it all the time is at our staff meetings, especially around hard conversations, right? Like the science of reading right now, gosh, it's been hot for a couple of years now. And what are we doing? And who are we as a school? And in those meetings with our staff, I'm preemptively saying, like, hey guys, we're going to read this article and you might not agree with everything it says, but I really want you to listen with understanding and empathy. Try and consider this parent's viewpoint, this child's viewpoint, this school's viewpoint, this author's viewpoint. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but we naturally as humans are going to read with bias. And we have to consciously undo our bias, and let's really listen with understanding and empathy to this article, this podcast, or this story. We use it ourselves, Rusty and I, in the same science of reading debate. I didn't communicate well with the staff, where they were feeling judged and they were getting the feeling that I thought they were bad reading teachers. And so I had to apologize and say, guys, I really apologize for not communicating with clarity and precision. I know that's something we value. Yeah. And when I made statements like, I think we can do more in the area of phonics, I should have also said, and these other 12 areas of reading, we are knocking it out of the park in, right? And I didn't communicate that clearly because what you heard was this. And I'm trying to listen now and understand. So by always modeling that language, especially around tough conversations, it lowers that filter, right? It lowers the emotion because you have this touch point that you can both connect to. Like, oh yeah, I do know taking a responsible risk is another one we have. Like, gosh, guys, I'm thinking about changing things up again, and I want you guys to take a responsible risk. Like, come with me on this journey and let's think about this together. And it's really powerful when your staff sees you owning it as well and kind of living and breathing the habits of mind in that.
It's just an incredible example of continuing to use language regardless of where you are in the hierarchy. So the notion is that the habits of mind truly are timeless. They are functional for littles as well as adults. It doesn't matter what position we're in. It is something that is unifying and growth orienting so that we can actually continue to become more skillful and sophisticated